is enough said.
Happy Taco Tuesday, Heat fans. Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Would really appreciate if you guys can like the video, subscribe to the channel. Y'all know the drill. We're pushing to 4,000 subscribers, so I need all hands on deck. Now, let's get ready to rock and roll on another Miami Heat Talk adventure, because we are back with trade talks. Yes, another trade package is out there for the Miami Heat. Another trade package that I feel we should talk about, because we haven't really talked about this player before, and I'm sure you guys all know from the thumbnail, we talking about Trae Young today. We talked about Donovan Mitchell in the past, we've talked about Lauri Markkanen, but I have said, you guys, in the past that other names are going to pop up. You're going to see other names, other all-star level / superstar level players become available, because that's what happens in the offseason. Now, a couple names that I've mentioned from the Atlanta Hawks is guys like Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, even possibly John Collins. So you're going to see names, you're going to see rumors get even deeper and deeper as we go on in this offseason. Now, the reason why Trae Young is coming up is because this was mentioned by Bill Simmons. I don't have to tell you guys who he is. Bill Simmons is renowned all over the world. And he brought up a package from an NBA insider that he agreed with and thought was great. And I'll read this quote that Bill Simmons said. "You keep Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and get Trae Young in Heat culture, the kind of trade where I look back and say, shit, this is a good trade. He's doing all the same stuff they wanted for Damian Lillard," which is very true. Now, another trade package that they mentioned is you have Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, our 15th first-round draft pick, and a future first-round draft pick, the 2029 pick for Trae Young. Now, this gives Miami an incredible scoring presence power. Now, look, losing Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero for Trae Young, I mean, is it the best trade in the world? I mean, I'm okay with the trade. I think this is an okay trade. Now, I will say this. Trae Young gives you something that Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero cannot do. And that is consistently drop buckets. Now, I get it. Tyler Hero is a beast in the offensive end. But one thing I'm noticing about Tyler Hero, especially on this team, because he's not the number one option, he's got a little bit of Eddie Jones syndrome. If you guys don't remember Eddie Jones, he was a fantastic Miami Heat player that came here from the 2000 season, stayed with us until 2005. But in the beginning of his stretch, he was kind of like the lead scorer of our team. And what I mean about Eddie Jones syndrome is that one night he'll drop 30 points for you, give you a great game. But then the next night he'll get 12. Then he'll get 15. Then he'll get 18. Then he'll get 5. And then he'll give you another 25-point game. Trae Young is a guy that consistently drops buckets. Let me give you guys some numbers from last season. Trae Young played 36 minutes a game. He averaged almost 26 points a game, almost 11 assists a game, 3 rebounds per game, 43% from the field, 37% from the three-point line. We know Trae Young has a Steph Curry type of game, 85% from the free throw line. So he's flirting with that 50, 40, 90 mark that I tell you guys I love about players. He's pretty fine on the defensive end. He averages 1.3 steals a game. He can hold himself down there on the defensive end. And I look at what this guy would do with Bam Adebayo, not just in the playoffs, but in the regular season. If we're going to make a trade, you guys, and I've said this so many times in the offseason, if a trade is going to happen, it's because you're getting a guy that's going to help you throughout the regular season. Because we know that's been a big-ass problem with this team for the last 2 years. I'm done with this playing crap. The last 3 years during the 3 of the last 4 years, the Miami Heat have been flirting with that play-in tournament, and it is annoying as hell. You need better seeding in the playoffs. It is proven that to win an NBA championship, you need a higher seeding. You just do. You know, we had that Cinderella run in 2023. Doesn't happen every single year. So you need a better regular season. This guy can give you that. With Trae Young and Bam Adebayo out there, if you're able to keep Jaime Jaquez Jr. and Nikola Jovic, with Kevin Love, with all these pieces that you can bring back, maybe bring back Haywood Highsmith, maybe bring back DeLon Wright, this can work. Now, here's a big-ass problem for this particular trade that Ben Simmons is recommending, though. If you trade Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson for Trae Young, you are trading 2 shooting guards for a point guard. Ladies and gentlemen, we already have a point guard on this team, and his name is Terry Rozier. I would prefer if this trade would include Terry Rozier instead of Tyler Hero. So that way you can have a team consistent of Trae Young and Tyler Hero. But you're going to have the same issue that you have with Tyler Hero and Terry Rozier. Tyler Hero and Trae Young play exactly the same game. Even though this trade is nice on paper, there's a lot of stuff about it I don't really like. Now, Trae Young is getting $43 million this year. He's getting $45 million next year. He has a player option in 2026. He's making big money. This is all, I mean, you're getting it off your books by trading Tyler and Duncan, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. I just don't see this as the trade that's a home run hit. Now, believe me, if the Heat do it, fine. You're getting a guy that can help you differently on the offensive end during the season. It's just like I mentioned. Why I like Trae Young better than Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson, he consistently gives you scoring. I mean, he may have a bad game here or there, but I don't see Trae Young having 5 straight bad games, especially in this Miami Heat system. Playing with Bam Adebayo, playing with Jimmy Butler, playing with a coach like Eric Spoelstra, it's going to be the best coach he plays for in the NBA. I know that Spo can get the very best out of Trae Young. But it's like I've said before, and honestly, you're giving up that 15 first-round pick for this Trae Young trade. I just see it as equal. Now, if we wake up tomorrow and we see that the Miami Heat make a trade like this, I wouldn't be pissed off. I'd be like, okay, the Heat are making some moves. They're trying something different. Let's see if it works. So I want to ask you guys, it's your time to speak now, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think of a possible trade for Trae Young? Do you think that giving up Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson is too much? Do you think a backcourt like Trae Young and Terry Rozier would work? Or would Terry Rozier have to come off the bench as a 6-man? And if you're trading Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson, who starts at the shooting guard? I mean, you can put Jaime Jaquez Jr. there, but I prefer Jaime coming off the bench like he does now as the Swiss Army knife. So maybe you have to get a defensive shooting guard with your $5.2 million exception, maybe getting a Jacoby Walker in the draft. So there's a lot of options that he can do trading for Trae Young. Do I think it's a bad trade? No. Because if we trade Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson tomorrow, I'll be sad losing Duncan, especially, but I'll say at least we have a guy now that you know you can go to. Not just every game, but even in the playoffs. This is a guy that can be your number 1 scoring option. And what have I said for the last few months? With Jimmy Butler turning 35 in September and Bam Adebayo having his Horace Grant, Dennis Rodman role, you need a guy, whether it's Donovan Mitchell, whether it's Trae Young, whoever it is that you're possibly trading for and giving up this type of package for, it's a guy that's going to be your number 1 throughout the regular season next year. That's the type of player we have to trade for if you are making a trade. Trading for a John Collins, trading for a role player that can help you is fine and dandy, but if we need to make a trade, it's going to be a guy that can lead us offensively in the regular season. That's my opinion. So I want to hear from you, Heat fans. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate your guys' support. We're slowly creeping up on 4,000 subscribers. And remember, if we get the 4,000 subscribers by this Saturday, I'm going to do a free jersey giveaway. So don't forget to click that subscribe button, you guys. Really appreciate the support. Thank y'all for the love. And until next time, your boy Ernest out. That's enough said.